Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. If you missed the beginning of the show, we spoke with Nathan.cron, and he really gave us a lot of options as far as financing and getting ready to build your portfolio or extend the portfolio that you have existing. If you missed any of it, you don't have to cry. You go to bobbyandjjradio.com. You can check out our SoundCloud, which is up on Mondays, right after we air on Sundays at 10 a.m. with KLUP, or you can check out his really good-looking face on YouTube. It should be up in a week or so.
That's right.
He's biblical.
He is very biblical. It's funny.
Not funny.
Well, we don't laugh at it because we're scared of what will happen. So let's get back with Nathan.
You keep your lightning to yourself.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, don't strike Bobby just yet. Let him finish the show. So let's say I have a big chunk of money, Nathan, like a huge chunk of money, inheritance, or I get out of the stock market, which a lot of people are doing right now. What do you recommend? Should I just buy one property and start to make money off of it? What would you recommend for a client?
I don't think so. I think you should utilize leverage. I mean, if you look at some of the people like, let's say, Ross Perot and Warren Buffett, and these guys have the ability to buy anything they want, but they still utilize financing, and they understand the power of leverage as well. So in the market that we're in right now, with interest rates being so low, if your goal is to build a rental portfolio, I recommend that you take your time with it, but then you also use leverage as well. So you can really take that chunk of change that you're talking about, you can take it to the distance by using leverage and also keeping yourself in a safe position. I mean, the goal is cash flow. So you want your mortgage payment to be $500 a month while you're collecting $900 a month. You know, that'd give you a $400 positive cash flow, and that gives you the ability to use property managers and make sure you're in a safe position if, say, the water heater breaks or if you have to go in and repair something.
Yeah, you'll have that money just stowed away because you're making it every month, and you're just, saving a portion of it to make sure that if anything happens, that it's there for you. And so it becomes a no-brainer type of annuity, right?
Yeah. Point. So that one strategy would just be to pocket the cash flow.
Right.
Another strategy would be to pay your principal down on your loan that you have.
Sure.
And then, that way you're even more comfortable when you don't have a loan on it and your expenses on the property are taxes and insurance, and you're still collecting that $900 per rent, in per month. You're going to be in a really good spot. You're going to be cash flowing $700 a month on that thing. So if you continue to build those up, then, you're going to, depending on what your goals are, you're going to see the money coming in. So
you're saying with a big chunk of money, you should get 2 instead of 1 or 3 instead of 1, because that's a lot of guys that come in, or guys or gals, investors come in with that chunk of money, and they feel like, I'm going to go buy a property cash. But what you're saying is the leverage that you're really talking about is the investment portfolio of, yes, you will owe someone money, but you're still making money on your money that you have initially.
I think so, yeah. Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, cool.
And do you recommend certain maybe area of town to invest in? Are you pushing people to stay away from certain parts of town and maybe invest in certain other parts of town?
That's a good question. We're not really pushing people to certain parts of town. Now, there are what I call 2 different types of areas. There's a cash flow neighborhood or area, and there's an appreciation area. So, like, that'd be like that.
We can appreciate that.
Yeah, okay. That'd be like Stone Oak versus, say, in East Terrell Hills.
East Terrell Hills is located off Riddeman and
35
area. Right. And then Stone Oak is obviously 1604 and 2D1.
Yeah, so Stone Oak, if you bought a rental up there, you're going to
betting on the win, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You maybe will have somebody pay your mortgage down for you. You may even negative cash flow a little bit, but keep in mind the appreciation on that. Now, opposed to going to an area like East Terrell Hills, boy, I mean, if you can't see $300 positive cash flow, then I didn't do my job for you. So,
right.
And not to mention that you're going to be in a 25% equity position when you come and buy from us. So we're talking a 25% equity position and over $250 in positive cash flow.
Break down the 25% equity position for our listeners right now.
Well, we sell our properties at in between 70 and 75% of their after repaired value,
sure,
minus any repair work that needs to be done.
Okay. So let's use round numbers.
Yeah, sure.
100,000. Let's say this house is potentially worth $100,000.
Okay.
And let's say you need to put 10 grand into it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that you be getting them in at about 65,000.
Yeah.
Our so that they can put in another 10,000, and then they'll be in at that point either financing or real money 75,000. and then they'll be walking in with about 25,000.
Absolutely. They're in a great equity position. They have a house that's fully remodeled, and they're cash flowing over 250. So I'm not sure where else you're going to go to get that. That's why you got to come see me.
Yeah, I
And
gotcha.
you said you're a one-stop shop. So if somebody comes in, finds a house, needs a lot of repairs, do you guys maybe have a list of vendors or somebody that can help them do these repairs or do these upgrades to the homes?
We do. That's one of our jobs at New Western, is to vet a vendors list. We want to make sure that we're referring out quality people that do quality work. So that's actually a very key part of the investment process, is the rehab portion of it. That's where a lot of people make mistakes.
They use their brother-in-law or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. They think they can do it themselves, or their brother's in there doing it, or
Sure.
maybe a contractor is, runs off with their money, you
Yeah.
know, and I can't tell you how I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen before. So
Sure.
the rehab portion of the project is extremely important to have somebody on your side that you trust.
So if you're just tuning in and you're listening to Bobby and JJ Radio, we're here sitting with Nathan Cron with New Western Acquisitions, going over all the different types of loans and investment opportunities here in San Antonio. Now, there's a lot of people or a lot of companies that are trying to do what you do. They can't do it the way you do. What separates you guys from them?
Okay, well, we are the true one-stop shop. You may have heard other people say that. We don't outsource our money that we lend. It's all in-house money. We have a back-end realtor company called New Western Realty. I'm New Western Acquisitions. They help assist getting people out of the property, exiting. So we are the true one-stop shop. On top of that, like we mentioned before, 80% of our deals are currently coming from off-market opportunities, which is why you need to know about us. And also, based on direct customer feedback off of different surveys that we implement, 92% of our investors say that they would bring their profits back in for their next investment.
That's
What happened to the other 8?
the other 8 probably.
Well,
yeah, no.
you
They
can't
weren't ready
please
for it. They
everybody.
weren't ready for it.
You can't actually. There's actually a statistic that says that 5% of all people are unhappy no matter what happens. So there's only 3% you have to worry about
okay.
that.
I'll work on that 3.
But hey, so I'm obviously, me and Bobby are some of the biggest real estate agents, and Jason that we're gonna have on is another one. Why are you so important to us? Like we have a lot of listings sometimes that we take on that we really shouldn't. I think we should be giving them straight to you, right? I mean, you actually should be our best friend.
Yeah, not necessarily giving the listing to me,
No,
but
but-
I'm a broker / buyer.
Right.
So, if there's a distressed house out there, or if you have a distressed listing, I want to know about it. I'll be honest with you, I'll be fair, and I'll be quick. I'm not going to be able to buy every house that comes our way.
Sure.
But, if I'm 1 for 10, then we're making money together, and we're doing pretty good at that point.
So if
Somebody's listening, definitely.
yeah, so if there's any people that are listening that have a distressed property, that's who they really should be contacting you more than even the investors, because that's where you are just the king. You're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be in there and you're going to give them money. You're going to be fair. You're going to be quick. You can give them a quick decision and see if you can help them out in
That's
that
right.
sense.
That's
Okay,
right.
great. Well, Nathan, again, if anyone wants to get a hold of you, then go to nathan.cron at newwestern.com, or they can call you directly at 214, weird area code but 770-5441. So that's 214-770-5441. And anyone that mentions Bobby and JJ Radio, you're going to sit down with them, give them a free consultation. You're going to waive that $395 broker fee. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you enlightened us a little bit. We're going to come back with Jason Bridgman with Bridgman Properties, one of our colleagues at Keller Williams Realty. He's going to let us know that once you go through Nathan and get a whole bunch of properties, he's going to help you manage them, and so they're not a headache like they usually are. This is Bobby and JJ Radio. We'll be right back.